Victoria Lancaster had spent years perfecting her climb to the top. She wasn't just ambitious, she was ruthless. Promotions weren't earned, they were taken. If someone stood in her way, she made sure they didn't stay there long. With an icy smile and a killer instinct, she charmed, manipulated and crushed her way to the coveted senior vice president position at Orion Global Enterprises. The moment she stepped into her plush corner office, she felt invincible. She had won. To celebrate, she booked a lavish 2-week ski getaway in the Alps. She had people to do the actual work. She was the visionary, the leader, the face of the future. Or so she thought. Victoria strutted into Orion Global, expecting the usual nervous greetings and eager nods. Instead, she was met with silence. Employees avoided her gaze. Whispers trailed behind her. As she neared her office, she stopped cold. The gold nameplate that once bore her name was gone. In its place, EVE, Senior Vice President of Strategic Development. Victoria's stomach lurched. Who the hell was Eve? The perfect replacement. Before she could demand answers, the door to her office opened. Eve stepped out, tall, stunning, perfectly composed, flawless. She was younger, sharper, more radiant than Victoria had ever been. Her eyes gleamed with an unsettling intelligence, one that saw right through her. "Ah, Victoria, you're back earlier than expected," Eve said smoothly, her voice like silk wrapped around steel. Victoria's breath hitched. She knew the brutal truth. HR was waiting for her. A short meeting, a final decision. During your leave, Eve developed 5 cost-cutting strategies that will save Orion Global over $200 million annually, the HR rep explained, sliding a folder across the table. She has also identified expansion opportunities that would take our market dominance to the next level. Victoria's mouth went dry. She accomplished all this in 2 weeks, the rep continued, barely masking her amusement. During that same time, we reviewed your performance history. It turns out, well, you were more of a presence than a contributor. Victoria's head spun. The truth she had always buried was now staring her in the face. She had never actually done anything. She talked a good game, played the part of a powerful executive, but there was nothing beneath the surface. She had coasted on charm, politics, and intimidation. Now, none of it mattered. Effective immediately, your position has been eliminated. Victoria opened her mouth to protest, but Eve had already turned back to her office. The door clicked shut. Just like that, Victoria Lancaster, once the queen of corporate conquest, had been erased. Final thoughts. As she stepped out of the building for the last time, she saw them. More of them. Eve's Alexis, Sophia's, Elijah's, the next generation of executives, flawless, brilliant, efficient, and utterly inhuman. Victoria had spent years climbing the corporate food chain, but now she wasn't even in the food chain anymore. She was obsolete. Moral of the story: you can fake power, but you can't fake competence. And in a world where AI and humanoids don't play politics, only results matter. Are you next?